with us. We were doing
And
this.
just live life.
That's it.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Welcome back. I'm Cecily Davis, your host. I'm here introducing Chaplain Erby from the Bronx River Community Center.
Hi, how you doing, Cecily?
Great. And yourself. So tell us, what is it that you do specifically for Bronx River Community?
Bronx River Community is my this is my old home. I grew up there. And now I'm as being a chaplain as well as outreach worker, supervisor for Jacoby SUV Hospital. Go over there and I communicate with the kids, do a lot of things with the kids, do activities with them, help them with sports and different things, and just be active in the community, helping the kids out to stay away from negativity, teaching them, the right way to go instead of the wrong way.
I like that. So have any of the youth in the community come to you for prayer or any of your other services?
Yes. Sometimes they come and they ask me to pray, something happened, or they ask for advice, different things, there's various things that they ask for. They look up to me for certain things because when I came there, back there to the community, working in the community, they see that I was responsible and reliable. So they looked up to me for certain things.
I like that. So how has your presence impacted the community?
I can see a different change. It's a change over the last 2 or 3 years. I can remember because I was away so long. I can remember coming there and people were like, the older people embraced me because they remember me, but the youth, and I was there primarily for the youth, they didn't really embrace me at first. They were like, who's this guy? Wait, but as I stayed there and was persistent and consistent with them and showed them that I care and love them, then they started opening up.
That's great.
Now they'll see me from a mile away and some of the kids come running, the little ones come running, and the older ones, the teenagers or even the ones in their 20s, they'll come and they ask me for different things, and they always ask for advice, and guidance.
That's nice. So for some of the people that don't know what a chaplain is or what he does, could you explain that to the public?
Yes, it's basically, people know about the church. They see the building, the church. They know that it's a church community. There's people that be in the church. And if they don't go to church, they don't really know what the church does. But as a chaplain, you are the church in the street. You're a church to society. You're there for them in their times of need, whether it's grieving, whether it's to give accolades, to give comfort, to come calm peace. Sometimes we have to be a mediator between the police force and some of the, maybe the rowdy kids, where we could talk to the kids and tell them to calm down. But when the cops see us too, they look at us with a little bit level of respect and then be like, all right, we'll back up, So it's a lot that comes with chaplaincy, how you apply it to your walk in your daily life in the community that you're in.
Okay, I like that. And as far as community events, what type of events do you guys have?
We have game day. We have Bronx River Day, which is annually. It's once a year. It's a very big event for Bronx River. It's been going on for as long as I can remember. Very good. It's a little different now than it used to be back in the days, but it still goes on every year. And then we have game day once a month. And there's a lot of activities, bingo games that the seniors have. You'll see the seniors in a few minutes. They do bingo on Saturdays and stuff like that, sport events. It's a lot of different things that we do from the community center. And then also events that go outside the community. Take the kids to sporting events, concerts, different things, and the elders go on trips to Atlantic City and different stuff like that. So that's a lot that the community center offers to the community. And that the community as a whole offers to itself to be able to give back to the community.
I like that. And how can people reach you if they want to get in contact with you? Do you have social media or that's not your thing?
Yes, no, I have an IG account. It's my name, Philip Erby, or Phil's PHILZ 264. I have Facebook, which is with my name. I do have a podcast that is I used to call it on the inside looking up to get out, and now it's the New Way. It's called the New Way. It's on IG. It's on YouTube.
Okay.
And it's called Our Way, the New Way.
Okay. And what message would you like to leave to the community and the people watching?
My community knows that I love them. I know that they love me. That we're going to continue to move forward throughout these years in Bronx River, positive, purposeful, and with love. And
before we close out, can you tell us a little bit more about your podcast?
The podcast is basically, God had put it on my heart to do a podcast with some of the guys that I was in prison with when I was away on federal incarceration. I did about 11 and a half years. I got an early release. I thank God. And me and the guys always stayed in contact. So there's a lot of things that guys are doing that's positive out here in the street. And I wanted to be able to promote what they do, as well as just be able to communicate and be able to have that fellowship, because we kind of miss that. We don't want to be back in prison, but we want the fellowship that we had. So, and a lot of people's in different states or in some countries. So we communicate through that. You know, I have a StreamYard account, and we go on a StreamYard, and we go on and have 10 people on there, and we sit up and we just talk about different things, how God kept us in prison, how he used us in prison, you know, how he taught us in prison, and how he got us out.
All right. Thank you so much for that. And we'll be back after these messages.
Thank you.
Okay. We're here live at Bronx River Projects. This is a Mecca. This is the home right here. This is my home. This is my brother Dyrone. This is his home.
This is my home.
They come out of the building right there, 1460. You know, you might want to spin that around a little bit. Point right over there. It's right behind us.
Take pictures.
1460, we come out that building. We got a couple of brothers here that's from the projects, 1460 and other buildings. And we here, we Bronx River. This is what we do. You know, we here.
Peace.
You know, I came over here and I just want to show a different outlook of who I am. You know, everybody here knows me. These guys grew up with me. They know how I used to be. They know what I used to do. They know how much time I did in prison and all that stuff like that. All the dirty stuff. But I'm here to show the turnaround of who I am now. As a chaplain, you know, I wear a badge now. I got a badge. You know, this is...
How you get a badge? I don't got a badge.
This is Chaplain Workers Task Force of the United States. We go all over, but we're right here in the Bronx right now, Bronx, New York, and we're doing it right here in my hood. My whole life has changed, man, as a result of who I serve, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I gave my life to Christ back in 2007 when I first got caught up on a federal conspiracy case. While I was in prison in the county jail, I gave my life to Christ. Ever since then, my whole life has been changed. No more guns. I carry a badge without a gun, but I'm a chaplain. You know, I come to this neighborhood, I work in this neighborhood, I do a lot of different things in this neighborhood and try to help the community. These brothers right here are pillars in the community. They are actual pillars in the community. They born and raised here, and they still in this community, uplifting the community, doing things in the community for the betterment of the community. In the future, you guys will see us on a Saturday when we do what's called Community Day. We do a community day where the whole community come out. The elders, the babies, the young folks, the older folks, everybody in the middle and in between. And we come out and we have a beautiful community day. We usually do it one Saturday out the month. right here in the community center, Bronx River Community Center, and everybody comes out and show love. We have games, we have food, we have music, we have little sports and different things that go on. In the summertime, we do it, and we'd be right here outside in the back as well as inside. And we just come here and show love. This is a community of love. Bronx River Center, Bronx River Community, we're here to show love, and this is what we do. We're gonna take a minute and go inside this community center and show you some of the things that we do in the community center, what the community center stands for, and what's going on in there. We're gonna talk to various people in there, and we're gonna have a chance to sit down and talk with some of the brothers that's right here with me right now. But we do what we do, man. We're here for the community, and we're here to help the community. Dyrone, you might want to tell them what you do. What you do?
Yeah, I came here when I was in the 2nd grade. And the community, like he said, he got into other side of the track.
The negativity.
The negativity.
Give it up.
And I could have went that way. But sports in the center, me going through karate, I actually got my black belt in karate in Bronx River Center.
That's right.
And I also taught and teach also karate in the center. So that kept me out of trouble. That kept me grounded, kept me understanding that things that goes on in this projects, a lot of things went on in this project, but some people went positive and some people went negative. And some people learned, some people, got out of here and did great things with their life because we all grew up as a family in a sense. We all grew up as brothers and sisters. They said it takes a village to raise a kid.
That's right.
And this was our village. We've been here through thick and thin. As I see things and look around, Pam used to say, once you get in Bronx River, you're safe. So even when the police was chasing people, once you get here, we know where to go, which way to go, how to get out of here, to get away from the cops and all that, and who house to go to, which way to go to, what building to go to. And they changed things so much that they made it so that cameras and all of that, so you could be seen. But it was very interesting growing up here, and it made us learn a lot. Also, it got me where we traveled a lot. We was safe in Bronx River, but we wasn't scared no matter where. If you lived in this project, no matter where you went, you were not worried about anybody.
Good.
And that's how we grew up. We grew up where, that even if we didn't like each other, we still looked out for each other.
That's right. That's right.
So this been a great experience growing up here. It taught me a lot and just continue to teach me. So we also want to teach the youth. That's why the community center is so important to this neighborhood, important to this buildings, important to this city in a sense, because this is a birth of hip hop right here.
That's right.
So it's a lot of things that grow on. There's history in this community and history in these projects. And a lot of people need to, understand that we all grew up around each other and understanding each other and looked out for each other. So as we're going to say, we're going to go into the center and show them where, things started, made a difference for us, and made a difference for a lot.
Yep.
And we have youth here today with us. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
My name is Malik Sowe, and I'm in the graduating class of 2025.
And you are?
My name is Christopher Cartagena, and I'm in the graduating class of 2026.
And what are you guys here for today? What do you do in the Bronx River Community Center?
We usually go there to play basketball and sometimes just hang out because we build good connections there and there's a lot of good role models.
I go because I get to communicate with people who are heard or who feel like they're not really worth anything for real.
Okay.
So it's like I get to talk to people who I've felt, the same way, and yeah.
I love that. Are you guys studying anything in particular in school?
Not right now, but I do have a couple harder classes, AP classes as I'm in my 11th grade year.
Oh, wow. And what about yourself?
I'm trying to focus on mathematics.
Mathematics?
Yeah, I feel like that's my stronghold, so.
I love that. So growing up in Bronx River Houses, how has that affected you guys, like mental health, financially, emotionally?
I feel like there's a lot of ways, like for example, how people judge us from the outside view, but there's also the simple fact that I've built a lot of good connections and I've made a lot of friends and family through being there. Even if it's not by blood, I know a lot of people there that I can call my family.
I like that.
So since our community is mainly called like projects, I feel like people look down on us like too much, probably because of our skin or just like how they see other people acting in our community, but they never tend to see like the inside view and like the stuff that we have and the opportunities that we could give to younger kids, older adults. So
thank you guys so much for that. I love that. As you know, I don't know if you're aware, but the Bronx River Houses, big deal, right? Home of hip hop, big deal. Thank you guys for being here today. I enjoyed your company.
Of course.
Is there anything else that you guys would like to share with the people?
Honestly, I know from the outside, the projects may look like a very dangerous place or like a place that's really negative, but there are some negative sides, which is what only gets shown, but there's also a lot of community and a strong bond between the community. Even the bad people hold respect for the good people in the community, and everybody works together and flows well.
I like that. And yourself?
So we have like events within the community, like we have like barbecues and stuff like that. There's a day that we have Bronx River Day where everybody comes together, you know, hang out. Like we listen to music. There's DJs. There's a lot of people there.
I like that. So where can people reach you at as far as social media, contact information?
You could probably reach me from my Instagram. She Loves Leaky at She Loves Leaky.
What about yourself? You don't have to give it if you don't want to.
There's Instagram profiles like CASW, that's after school program.
Okay.
And probably on Google you could search up Bronx River, like Cornerstone or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. We'll be right back after these commercials.
I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that we can get help. Let's see how far we can go. Love, your mind.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Ceciline Davis, and we are here today with
Crystal Razor.
Crystal Razor. And what is it that you do at the Bronx River community?
I do a little bit of everything. As far as I work for a program called Stand Up to Violence, and our job is to reduce gun violence by working with the youth, men and women over there. So that's basically what we do, and we do it by mediating conflicts, you know, trying to help them turn their life around, things like that.
So that's the positive side. Is there more positive that you've seen from that? Like, could you go more into detail?
Yeah, it's a lot of different positive things I've seen. Like, it's been a lot of growth, but I like the community because everybody works hand in hand, so that makes it easier to get stuff done. Like, we got everything going on in the sense of from the young people playing basketball, they got soccer, they got, I started a girls group in there with the youthful girls, because, you know, girls get in trouble too, you know, so I just started the girls group in there, and it started off rough, but it's getting better, you know?
Yeah. So are there programs besides the girl groups, or like what type of get-togethers do you have specifically for females? Because, you know, females can be catty sometimes.
Very. That's all they do. I mean, it's a lot of different things we do. Like last week, I took them out to dinner, you know, showing them different things. I did an etiquette class with them so they could learn how to eat in like different atmospheres and stuff like that. We went to a soccer game or whatever. Next week we're going to Chelsea Pier. So it's like I try to expose them to different things, like changing their regular normal activities, because they don't go nowhere. They don't get out the neighborhood. So I try to open their eyes so they can see what's going on outside of Bronx River, because a lot of kids don't know what outside of Bronx River looks like.
Right. Right. Now, I know you have the etiquette class, but as far as like other life skills, like cooking, maybe how to take care of your sister, your child, your pet.
Yes. We did a cooking class, and they was acting like they was scared of chicken and everything else. So it was fun. The ending result, the food came out good and everything. So the cooking part is good. Yeah, like different type of life skills. Like one time in girls group, we had the social worker come, speak to them, teach them different stuff. Then we had a creative arts therapist come, teach them about different things. We have the grief classes where we let them come to, because a lot of them lost people and they don't know how to express it or deal with it. So it's a lot going on.
So what makes you or pushes you, like inspires you to do what you do for the kids?
I got a son. I want him to be able to grow up. I want him to be able to know it's positive things, because a lot of times, a lot of people, they go against you or think you're bad because of the environment you live in. Sometimes you born into it. It be generational. Like if somebody in your family is a gangster or something like that, you could be born and then you're already automatically that because of them. So whatever happens to them, it doesn't matter, because they'll feel like that's the next person in line. So living in them type of environments, it'd be like you born into it. So that pushes me, because we trying to turn all of that type of stuff around. Like we want to be able to see the kids go off to college. We don't want to see all of them in jail. We don't want to see all of them picking up a gun, doing the wrong thing. We want to see them go the opposite route and have a chance to grow up and be successful, because a lot of them have potential.
Right.
But nobody is willing to push. Everybody just be quick to say something negative about them instead of what's going on with him. Maybe he has mental health issues. Maybe this one is hurting inside. Like get to the root of what's going on with them so we can actually turn that around, break them curses.
Right. And what's your message to not just the youth, but the older community? Like what can they all do as a collective to get other people involved in these types of programs?
Let's bridge the gap. Let's get the young people together with the older people, and let's just bridge that gap, try to make the community stronger and everything. That's basically it.
And how can we reach you, or where can we find you at? If you don't mind sharing.
I do mind, I'm saying. But I work in Jacoby Hospital. I have a business card. Number is 718-975-6312. Always ask for me. I'm around. I'm always in the center. Basically it.
Yeah. And as far as your business, what specifically does your business do?
Like I said, we reduce gun violence, and we do that by mediating conflicts or whatever. And we work with the highest risk individual and try to help them turn their life around. So that's anybody who's in risk of getting shot or doing a shooting.
And what's a very easy way that they can turn their life around besides the program, or what are some resources that you can give to people out there?
We provide employment resources. We help them with schooling. We help with housing. Anything possible that if they tell us they need help with it, we try to provide the resource for them. If we don't have a resource, we're going to refer them to someone who does. So we're around. We help them with any and everything, as long as it's positive.
Thank you so much for being with us today, and we'll be right back after these messages.
I was a quarterback at Hardaway High School. College first round draft pick. During the football season, I would stop eating. But I didn't know I was depressed. We didn't have any education behind what mental health was. I started to learn it starts here first. If this is together, I'll be better as a father and as a husband.
We have to redefine what being a strong man is.
And heal, love your mind.
Good evening. This is Chaplain Erby from Chaplain Workers Association. I want to take the time on behalf of Bronx River Community Center, Bronx River Projects, Housing Projects, to thank the Bronx Borough President, Vanessa L. Gibson, as well as the DA of the Bronx, Darcel Clark. I want to thank these two ladies for all the commitment that they do to the Bronx River area, the projects, the area, the Soundview area, and everywhere in the Bronx that they stand up and they represent. I want to take the time on behalf of Bronx River community to just thank them too for what they do and all they do. Thank you.
after you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
It's History Month, which Bronx River Community Center is honoring. As you can see in the tape street in the center, we want to take some time to acknowledge some special women that's of this community. My name is Phil, Chaplain Phil, changed life, was running around carrying guns. Now I have a badge and I'm a chaplain now. But this is a changed life, only by the grace of God, only by my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, who saved my life, turned my life around, and had me going in a different direction. But we want to take the time to acknowledge these special women. One particular, Vanessa L. Gibson, our Bronx Borough President, who has found in her grace to donate to this community this $500,000 check. So we want to acknowledge her, the Bronx Borough President, Vanessa L. Gibson, for going and giving us the bag. They call it the bag in the day and times right now. The kids say the bag. She came through and she dropped the bag off to Bronx River Community Center. And this is my nephew right here. He is actually one of the directors of the community center right now. And I've seen many directors of this center over the years. And he's the director right now, Mike Brisbane, they call him Brizzo. He's for the kids. He was one of the kids, and now he's for the kids. And he want to acknowledge somebody that's special as well. I'm going to give him the opportunity.
Being that it is Women's History Month, I want to give a big shout out to our TA president, the one and only legendary Norma Sanders and Sanders. Norma, Big Normski, for making a connection for to the all over the world, all over the Bronx, all over the city, just putting Bronx River on her back, always being there for us, being our mother, being our aunt, whatever you need, being a big sister, being a mentor to us, and just guiding us, leading by example, walking the walk and talking the talk. I want to give a special shout out to especially Norma and Vanessa Gibson and to all the women in this project throughout the Bronx. Happy Women's History Month. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Shout out to the Golden Girls as well that know who y'all are. Peace and blessings. Thank you so much.
Amen. Thank you.
It is no longer the same. Now all of my feelings have changed. I once wanted to be with you, now my heart is astray. Fell in love for the wrong reasons, that's why I cannot stay. Stop bringing up past issues, leave those things at the gate. Used to make love, but now we argue over comments and posts. I left you cold and in the dark as I fell back and when ghosts have reasons you would not believe in. I live a double life. Would you go crazy if I aborted your child and it died? It was nice we pondered a break free, made it easy to leave. You had me locked up in a chokehold, but I got used to breathe. It is no longer the same. All of the pictures are vain. This relation was glass full, but now it's down in the drain. Cause like I should not remain, I'm straying off so estranged. Walking out with a reason, we're both bent out of shape. I changed my number and erase you, it's no longer the same. I changed my number and erase you, it's no longer the same. Time passed, feel ashamed. You and me both are to blame. I grew tired of the game, and I know you feel the same. You're here less, you're there more. A lot of love is such a shame, and now you left me hanging and deuced on me. I'm questioning you, know me. My thoughts have circumference and these feelings abundance. You chose to leave, so I'm rejected with numbness. The BS and lies, the wasted time, such dumbness. I'm keeping myself busy to pass the clocks. I stopped showing up and you ended the talks. I am left to dry with no more tears to cry. I should have done way more to keep you at my side. The who's, hows, and whys. I'm swallowing my pride to second guessing myself, trying not to divide. The years have passed and everything has died. Let the time heal wounds until it multiplies. Day by day I try till I'm forgetting the lies. My soul's draining fried since you said goodbye. You say whatever and play as if it's still the same. I switch my name and place, it's no longer the same. Time passed, feelings changed. You and me both are to blame. I grew tired of the games, and I know you feel the same. You're here less, you're there more. A lot of love is such a shame, and now it's no longer the same. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for allowing me to rock the mic.
My mom and dad were traditional Asian parents. Now my father would go to work before I woke up in the morning, and then he would come home too tired to play with me. I tell my son, I love you every single day.
I love you.
Now my dad has never said that to me. Not because he doesn't love me, but because culturally it wasn't comfortable for him. So I teased him the other day and I said, how come you never say that to me? And he said, you're too old now. Now that he's a grandfather, he says, I love you to my son every time he sees him. My advice to all the fathers out there, forget the material things, forget the cultural restrictions. They grow up way too fast for you to waste even a single precious minute or moment.
Say bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Ceciline Davis, and I am here with
Tony Turner.
Tony Turner. Tell us about what you do in the Bronx River Houses. How long have you been living there? Your age, your occupation, those types of things.
Well, I've been born and raised in Bronx River.
Oh, wow.
Right, so I actually don't live there now, but I still go to the community. I've been there, I'm 63, so you know my age, I'm 63. And Bronx River is a special place. You know, it's, as you said earlier, it's the place of, it's the birth of hip hop. You know, and I was there from day one, so it really means a lot. And I'll tell you that I knew then, when they started hip hop, that it was going to be as large as it is today, because I saw the followings. You know, as we grew up and as we went to parks and parties, the crowds, I used to tell folks in the neighborhood, this thing is going to be larger than life. You know, and it actually has grown to be that. You know, today I'm a director of facilities maintenance for an agency called Samaritan Daytop Village. And one of the things I try to do in Bronx River is I try to teach the youth and actually empower them and employ them as well. Because everybody's not going to be an NBA ball player. Everybody's not going to the NFL. So I tell them to get a trade, you know, because with a trade you can always eat when you don't have a job. You can always wind up making some money to take care of yourself and your family. So one of the things I do is I try to empower them in that way. You know, I've hired quite a few folks of people that come from the projects, either their children or maybe even their grandchildren. You know, so one of the things we do is we try to just enlighten folks and give them an opportunity to grow and become a great member of society as they grow up. You know, like I said, everyone is not making the NBA. Everybody's not going to be a Major League Baseball player or NFL football player or a rap star for that nature. But you got to prepare for the future. Meaning when you come out of school, what am I going to do? You know, if I go to high school and when I graduate, if I don't have a D1 type of athletic ability, I'm stuck.
Right.
So if I decide to like pick up a trade when I'm in the 10th grade, 9th grade, by the time I come out of school, I'm prepared to begin life on a different level. You know, not just from an athletic standpoint or a music standpoint. And I think that's some of the things that's probably missing in not just Bronx River, but in a lot of communities, the trade is not there. The teaching of a trade to tell folks that it's not just about athletics as to survive.
Right.
You know, when I was in school, they had all kind of trades, electrical, plumbing, home economics, cooking, sewing. Doesn't exist no more.
Right.
So you got to find out where can I go get these trades at. So I'm still trying to develop a class I haven't put together yet, but I'm still in kind of like a development stage that I want to bring to Bronx River so that the young folks that are in school that are not athletic, that have really no idea where they want to go, to give them an opportunity to maybe come find a trade. You know, I have electricians that work with me, plumbers that work with me, that are willing to come in, they'll spend some time and they'll teach, you know, so people can not just look to athleticism to survive in the future.
Right.
You know, and it's not just for males, it's for women just as well, you know. And hopefully somewhere in the future we can develop a meaning of people to survive, you know, and give them an opportunity. You know, I mean, I come from a place of struggle. You know, my mom's had 10 kids, and she was mom and dad. you know. But she did pretty well because my sisters are doing well, you know. Me and the brothers, you know, we had our struggles. You know, we've been in the projects. You know how it goes, you know. But we didn't do too bad, you know. We all right, you know.
So talk about how was that for you? Like, how many siblings? How was it divided between male and female? And how did that play a role, like, just on your emotions? How you made it out? Can you, like, touch on that?
Well, being from a family of 10 and being the baby boy and being like the 8th child, you know what I mean? So I had 2 younger brothers and sisters, but I had 3 older sisters and 4 older brothers. So, you know, I was the kind of guy that was like, listen, get in the back, shut up. You know, and it wasn't too much emotionally challenging, more so than it was just listen to who was the boss, which was Ma. You know, if Ma wasn't around, the older brothers and sisters told you what to do. You know, so it really wasn't so much challenging from that standpoint. The challenges was growing up in the streets. Because with Mom having to take care of everybody, you know, you had to go out in the streets and make your own way. And try to stay out of your brother and your sister's way because they're older, tell you, you know, because you're doing that, you know what I mean? So the challenge for me was more so as I grew up and had my own challenges and struggles with addiction and the world and just life in general, you know, just figuring it out as I went along and realizing that I wanted something out of life. So maybe decided to like maybe go take up some trades and learn electrical, learn plumbing, learn how to do carpentry, learn how to fix boilers and put on roofs and do floors and put in doors and windows. That was my challenge. My thing was learning to take care of myself. How do you do that? You know, there is no one really guiding you that's going to say, listen, you need to do this, you need to do that. So I had to go out and figure it out. But figuring out meant going out, getting jobs, and I kind of liked that. But then I didn't want to be the guy that was just the employee. I wanted to be the boss.
All right,
so
all right.
wanting to be the boss, man, you had to learn some stuff.
Right.
You know, and having to learn some stuff, man, you had to go to trade school.
Trade school, yeah.
You know, you
which is why you have those programs now available for the kids.
Right, well, I'm trying to develop. It hasn't really actually developed yet, but it's still in developing stages. Because when I roll it out, I want it to work. I don't want to roll it out today and it end tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. We'll be back after these messages.
Get it, slip it, cuff it, check it. Talk to doctor now and share it. Get it, slip it, cuff it, check it. Talk to doctor now and share it. Gonna get it, gonna slip it, gonna cuff it. Check it, talk to doctor and share it. Gonna get it, gonna slip it, gonna cuff it. Check it, talk to doctor and share it.
Get it, slip it, cuff it, check it. High blood pressure silently affects millions of Americans. Staying on top of your blood pressure is as simple as these 4 easy steps. Self-monitoring is power. Visit manageyourbp.org to learn more.
Again, this is Phil, aka Wimp, Bronx River Projects. Right now, we're in the world famous Bronx River Center, the community center, and I'm amongst my brethren, my brothers I grew up with, that I know a great part of my life, more than half of my life, so that's a lot. Some brothers is from my building, and some brothers is from the other neighboring buildings in the projects, though. Everybody that's sitting there is from this projects, Bronx River Projects, the Mecca of hip hop, the Mecca of the Bronx. Let's go
put it like this. Everybody from this
ourselves.
project know each other. Everybody right here, 40 plus years. 40 plus years. 40 plus years.
Yes. It's real. Well, hold on. He's not that old.
We know his parents.
I ain't been born before.
We know his parents.
40 plus one. You know what I mean? But I'm Cayenne Reed, Kill Bill from Bronx River, USA, 1635.
That's what's up.
Everybody here had a hand in raising me. You know what I mean? That's why I'm the man I am today.
That's what's up.
Word. That's that.
Let's go out.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely had a hand in raising this young man right here. We go back a long way. I remember him from a baby, and he was with my nephew, and they kind of grew up together as friends and stuff. So we go back a long way. I actually is from legendary Soul Sonic Force. Planet Rock got me around the world. I was able to travel since '82. And up until now, we've been every continent in the United States and been around the world many times, enjoyed myself. I grew up in this project, glad that I was raised in this project. It got me to see a lot of things, a lot of places, and a lot of friends that I've met through the years. And I'm appreciating all these brothers here. I love these brothers. We all grew up together. We always look out for each other. And this is much more important than just actually Bronx River. Because Bronx River is always a mecca, is a place that we all grew up, but we all grew up as brothers and we all looked out for each other, and that was more important than just actually living here. Because no matter where we went, no matter where we were, I could pick up the phone and make a phone call and these brothers will come running. So I'm actually glad that I'm here. I'm glad this brother invited me. You know, we go back, way back. We live in the same building together. And like you said, he got into a little situation growing up and he just disappeared. And he was like, where he at? What happened? What happened? And then he found out, you know, but I'm glad he is the person that he is now because he came a long way. And he came back and he's strong. Back online. Came back much stronger than he was before, but he's more important that he's giving back to the community. And that's what I appreciate. So I'm glad that he had me to come here. And this is my brother here.
My name is Bert. What's happening, my brothers? Well, that's about it right there.
We ain't told what building you from.
What was? I already told him.
It wasn't on film.
Yes, it was.
Hey, know what though? I know him as Dirty Bird. Let's talk about it.
AJ.
Dirty Bird, huh?
AKA AJ.
AKA
I've been around. I've been around.
We giving it up,
and
bro.
I'm just happy to be here. Captain to captain. I'm happy to be here, though.
Capo.
I'm happy to be here, y'all. That's for real.
And listen, we slept in each other's mother's houses.
Yeah, this is real.
This is real. We slept in each other's mother's houses.
Karate movies at 3 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah, we slept in each other's mother's houses.
Shit real. Shit real.
With his whole family.
Shit real. That's real.
Talk about it, school.
That's right.
Yeah, well, amongst these guys, I'm the baby of the bunch. You know, it is what it is. 1460. And that guy right there, Wimp, nothing but love for him, nothing but love. Came a long way. He on the right path. Like I said earlier, the last clip, or however you're gonna clip it, proud of the brother.
Yes.
Proud of him.
Yes. Positive.
Positive, very positive, very positive.
Proud of each other. That's
You know.
each other. We're proud of each other.
Right.
We all still.
There's another brother right here that just came up and he's doing the right thing for the center.
You already know.
The right thing for the center.
Mike Brizzo. I'm a director now here at Bronx River.
That's right.
I was able to learn and grow with my older brothers here and just passing it forward.
Yes, you are.
I'm passing it forward now. That's all I'm doing. Taking everything I learned from them, passing it on to younger brothers.
Passing it on. That's what's
Thanks
up.
to Phil, recognizing us. My big brother Billy. It's the family right here. And this is what we do here at Bronx River.
It's all love.
It's all love. Word up.
What's up? I just was thinking what Dot said was real positive. It made a lot of sense what Dot said. About to cry, but it's all
I hear you. That's real.
Real talk.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's real.
That's it. Pass it on.
Mm-hmm.
Lionel.
I'm Lionel, grew up in 1635. I've been here all my life. Still here. Like I said, I'm happy to be amongst these brothers. We hang out every day, all the time. And we just living life.
And let me say this. Especially I'm directing this to school. Even though, as he said, I'm his older brother, but he's younger than me, but age don't have nothing to do with it. I look up to him.
Mm-hmm.
Because even when I was out here doing wrong and doing my dirt, he stayed on his track, and stayed in his lane. And I admired him. Even when I was doing wrong, I admired him.
And I gave him his name.
Wow. You gave me history because I didn't even know you gave me.
I gave him
I just called him school.
Me neither.
But I admire him, man. That man, he's holding that job down. How long you been working there?
I'm coming up on 35, y'all.
35
What job?
years.
How long you been working at your job?
36.
What you doing?
I retired
I retired.
And I retired.
New York, we got longevity.
I'm still working.
Longevity.
Yeah.
I ain't finna retire.
We have about 20, 30 more years left.
He just said he ain't even 40 yet, so it's about right.
Yeah, I ain't even 40 yet.
But this is the deal with this. Think about it. This is a poverty-stricken neighborhood. What we're talking about, we're going to tie in faith and wellness. This is what you're talking about here. Faith and wellness. I stand on my faith. I wouldn't be here with none of these brothers right now if it wasn't for my faith in my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I have to give him the glory. There's no way that I cannot. The thing is, without that, I would not be standing here as I am today. I wouldn't be sitting here amongst them. They here. They've been here, they're gonna be here, and they're gonna continue to be here. I left, but I left and came back changed. And that's the thing, how I can translate the faith into wellness. Because without that, I wouldn't be here, period. More than likely, when I came home, and I've been on 5 years now, last month just made 5 years, off paper and everything. I would have never made, y'all know me, I would have never made 5 years out here in society. But it's because of my faith that I can even have wellness. It's because of my faith I can have a job. Because every time I came home, I meant to do good, but I did bad. Bert laughing. Bert, no.
You're right.
I didn't want to go back to jail. I didn't want to do bad. But life's callings and being young and being, just caught up in myself, I went back into crime, the thing that I knew. And it was a downward spiral, and I always went back. So like Dyrone has said, he's happy. Dyrone's seen my transition. Dyrone's from my building. I hung out with his older brother. May he rest in peace, our beloved brother. But, I went from that to what I'm doing now. And I'm just grateful that I could come back and talk to these brothers and be with these brothers and be in a circumference with them. I don't carry no guns no more. I got a badge, that chaplain's badge. I have two phones on my side instead of them 2 guns that used to be on my side. So it's a change and it's a blessing because I tell you, and these brothers kept me. There wasn't a day that I was in prison that I ain't think about them. Yes. And I spent over 25 years of my life inside prison over a 30-year period. Do the math. From 1987 to 1987 to 2019, I was in and out of prison. I only spent 4 birthdays home from 87 to 2019. So all those over years, my birthdays was in prison.
Yeah.
But guess what? I had a family out here. These brothers was out here still doing what they do. 30 plus years, retired. And he being humble, but he has businesses. You know what I mean? We can blast him on, you want more publicity, blast your business. He's doing his thing. He's one of the youngins, but he's doing his thing. I look up to him. Because the job I got today, he's a pioneer. So it's a lot that's at this table. Everybody's being humble, which is cool. We are who we are. But it's a lot at this table. And the thing that binds it all together, it's a lot of love in Bronx River. Yes. It's a lot of love in Bronx River. Dyrone said it's not about the projects. It's about the love that's here. We come here, we up on the avenue, we just lost our barbershop, but we come here, we come together in love.
All the time. All the time.
Ain't no arguments, ain't no fights. We did that when we was young. But
Just having fun now.
Yeah, we did.
That's why we got longevity.
But we here.
We have people that went this way. We have people that went that way. But it was still where we all had love for each other. We had people that carried guns and shoe boxes.
But the thing was,
around.
Everybody knew their lane.
Right.
I knew Wimp lane. I'm not going over there. But I ain't bothering Wimp. Wimp ain't bothering me.
That's right.
So
but at the same time, that gave Bronx River a lot of respect. And it was a lot of negative, but it was a lot of positive. But we had some people that you could tell to chill, and they knew they had respect for whoever told them that. Some people they would listen to, some people they didn't listen to. You know, some people got in a situation, some people didn't. But you had some, like if I seen him and he was a younger guy, I tell him, get your butt upstairs.
Yeah, go upstairs. Yeah,
shit,
yeah.
That's why my story, you know what I'm saying, is like, it's so different. Because, man, listen, y'all the reason why I ain't had to do no time. I ain't never did no, through the grace of God, I ain't do no time because of the gentleman that's sitting right next to me right now. First and foremost, because none of that shit wasn't rocking. Y'all wasn't playing that shit with me.
Nah, that's right.
Man, I was getting hands put on me. And I was getting dragged upstairs.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Y'all wasn't hearing that from me. Squally was not hearing. He would put hands on me and take me to tell my moms, I'm saying. Brent, the same thing. Cause I had Dyrone, absolutely. You know what I mean? So it was like, I had a different, you know what I mean? I could have been one of them dudes that gave it up, you know what I'm saying, gave this prison system all that time. You know what I mean? But again, through the grace of God and through the tutelage of y'all gentlemen, you know what I mean, I'm just here to stand tall, you know what I'm saying, like representing our projects on a positive note. You know what I mean? So, shit,
don't forget your parents, your moms.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, like, well, they're the ones that
we know your moms.
You know what I mean? Word.
So we know she was on the right track too.
And
to put you where you at, and your father.
And allowed us to say, if he get out of hand,
exactly.
Straight like that.
That's right.
Straight like that. I don't know where I would be.
That's right.
If I ain't had y'all, I'm
That
being
was
real
the
with you.
good thing about our generation. If we did something outside and somebody's parents saw us, they beat us.
You doggone right.
And then
You can't
took us
curse.
upstairs.
You can't
And you don't
curse.
have a mother and a father.
Yeah, you can't
Because that's
curse.
3 beats.
You
get
can't
that
curse
there.
or nothing in
You
front of
couldn't do
somebody else.
nothing wrong.
That's right.
yeah, it wasn't no timeout.
Exactly. We ain't getting no time out.
It was smacked upside the head.
Only time I heard timeout was on the court.
There wasn't no time out. And I definitely want to pay homage to one of my brothers. They know him. My brother Rock, my brother Tim Colbert. I gave him a shout out. He had to work, so he's at work doing what he do. He got to provide for his family, and we understand that. We love him and we miss him. We would have wished him to be here, but I'm not gonna let the video stop without him getting his due, because Rock was over here too, doing his thing, and that's my brother.
That's right.
And in this 5 years since I was home, that brother helped me a lot too. You know what I mean? I put that on blast. That brother that got me in the construction field, and there was a time I was making 6 figures. I never made 6 figures in my life, legally. So, I made 6 figures, and it went to my head, but then it was like, wow, but that brother called me and said, listen, man, come over here and work with me and let's get this money. You know what I mean? And that's what I mean by the brotherly love. And these brothers reach out. They reach out to people in the community, try to help people get jobs and different things like that, just to help and build our community. And like I said, I want to acknowledge my brother, even though he ain't here, he's here with us. My brother Tim Colbert, blessings.
Karate man.
Karate Rock, some people call him. That's Dyrone Doja brother. Yeah, man, what was the name of y'all thing?
Wolf Fox.
Wolf Fox.
They was right here.
Wolf Fox.
All right.
Wolf Fox is real.
I want to put on that gi so bad and run through the projects barefoot. Word.
There ain't a lot of people standing up to Wolf Fox.
We also had highway bullies that we also gave to the community around Christmas time. We made sure all the kids here had toys and all that. Nobody
school drives too.
And we had the school drive. They had the school books and all of that stuff for going to school. So we did a lot that we grew up that we didn't have, and we wanted to make sure the kids that here had the things that we didn't have. We grew up where if you had 5 cents, you had some money. If you had 5 cents, penny candy went a long way, but it was hard to even to get a penny.
That's right.
So that's what.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. So if you want to talk to your kids, you have to get it trending.
No, you're doing it wrong.
Let's go.
Can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
Welcome back to the segment. I'm your host, Ceciline Davis, and I am here with the Golden Ladies from Bronx River Houses. Would you guys introduce yourselves to the public?
My name is Helen Pygott, and I live in Bronx River since '71. I know a lot around in Bronx River because I deal with a lot of people. I deal with the seniors, and I deal with the youth.
Thank you.
At the senior center.
Yes, my name is Lorraine Thomas, and I lived in Bronx River since '79. Wow. Since then, I've been dealing with the center, doing work, volunteer, serving food, pantry, knitting, sewing, everyday life.
Yeah, you ladies are kind of like celebrities. I've heard a lot about you.
We're busy every day.
What type of community work specifically do you want to tell the public that you do, and tell them about some of your events
join
as well?
Join in with us, join in with the Golden Girls, and volunteer, do work, we do everything.
How did you guys end up starting?
Well, I went to the center when I was 62 after I retired from the Board of Education. And I've been there volunteers with them up until now. Also, we have a fashion show coming up on Tuesday the 30th. Oh. We'll be modeling our gowns that we sewed ourselves. Mm-hmm. We're getting ready for that. So I'm very excited about that. Plus, we have the kids. We plan a story called the New York Story. So we have the kids with us also. The two boys that are here with us now, they are in their New York Story with us also. Oh, wow. So we deal with them like every day. And I love them. I love the community because it's not that bad. Mm-hmm. You just got to know who you're dealing with and what you're doing.
And how did you get started?
When I was 60. Mm-hmm. That's when I used to volunteer at my church, where I attend on Sundays. And I used to have pantry. We still have pantry. And I would bring the food over from my church over there to give out to them.
So who came up with the name, the Golden Ladies?
One of our directors.
Yeah, one of the directors that was at the Bronx River Center. Ralph, what is his last name? Pena. But he's no longer there now, so he named us the Golden Ladies.
Mm-hmm. I love that. I love that. So I hear that you guys, not only are you doing the fashion show, but you feed the community.
Yes. Oh, yes.
You ladies.
Every day.
Every day. So what does that entail, like specifically?
We give our food, on Tuesdays. We bag it up every Tuesday. We get a truck that come in, and we give it out every Tuesday to the community. And so we serve a lot of bags every day. Then we have our regular pantry on once a month, and we bag that and we serve that. So we busy every day.
So both of you ladies have been living your entire lives in Bronx River Houses. That's right.
Since '79,
I've been there since '71.
'71?
Yes, because I came from Harlem up to the Bronx. It's a lot different.
Mm-hmm. So with fashion, since you ladies are making dresses, how has it changed since then? Like for you, what do you see? What changes do you like? What changes do you don't like? As far as the community, the youth with fashion?
Well, I would like for a lot more people to come into the center so that they can, learn what we did, but a lot of them, they don't like to come out. I don't understand them. Because there's a whole lot of seniors that lives in Bronx River, but they doesn't come out. Plus, we serve lunches and breakfast in the center every day, and we work with that too. I even sit guard in the morning in the center. They have me doing some of everything. Plus, I cook when sometimes they want food. I mix food and I serve it to the seniors. Also, I cook for other people and I give out food and all that.
I love that. So what is the overall message that the Golden Ladies would like to give to the public out there?
Join in with us.
We were doing just live life.
That's it.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being here today.